Standard form. Standard form is a way of writing really big numbers or really small numbers. It is written in the form a times 10 to the power n. A is a number between 1 and 10, not including 10, and n is how many place value it has moved to be between 1 and 10. Write 50,000 in standard form. We're going to use the form a times 10 to the power n. First, I start by writing 50,000. I need to get a, which is between 1 and 10. If I write it in the units column, it will be between 1 and 10. So 5 is our first number. Then we need to find our power of n. We do this by seeing how many place value it's moved. Here we've moved 4 place value, so n is 4. Now we're going to write another large number in standard form. I start by writing out my number. Then we need to get a between 1 and 10. If I put the 4 in the units column and then the other numbers after the decimal point, this makes a number between 1 and 10. Then I'm going to see how many place value it's moved, so the 4 is in the units column. The number between 1 and 10 is our first number, which is a. Then we need to get our power of 10, which we can count how many jumps we moved back to the units column, which is 9. So our power is 9. Now we have writing a smaller number in standard form. We still use the same form of a times 10 to the power n. So first I start out again with writing my number that we are given. I need a number between 1 and 10. So this time we're moving our place value the other way. So we've got our 2 in our units column. A is now between 1 and 10, so A is 2. Now we've got to find our power of 10. So it's moved 3 spaces, so our power is minus 3. It's minus 3 because it's moved in the opposite direction to what we were moving before. So decimals are given a minus power. Here we have another small number. So we write the same form, a times 10 to the power of n. We need our a to be between 1 and 10. We do the exact same thing where we need to move the number, so we've got 1 digit in the units column. So we slide our number across and we'll get 6 in our units column, and then the other 2 numbers will follow after the decimal point. This is a. So now we need to find out what our power of 10 is. So all we need to do now is count up how many place value it's moved, which was 11. So we've got minus 11. Now we've been given 2 standard form, and we're going to write them as ordinary numbers. So it works similar to how we did before, we're just doing the reverse, so we're doing the inverse. So we write our number, we move it 4 place value, then we put in our decimal point and fill up the gaps with the placeholder zeros. We know that we're moving to a decimal because it was a minus power. Now we've got a positive power, so this one is going to get bigger. So we're going to move 7 spaces along, write our numbers, add in your decimal point and fill up your zeros to the decimal point. So now we've got a question where we're timesing together 2 standard form. So I get a from each bracket and times them together, times by the 2 powers of 10. So First, we do the two numbers times together, which is 12. Then we've got two powers times together. What we need here is index laws. We know that when we times together two numbers with powers, we add the powers together. So we've got 4 add 3, which is 7. But this isn't standard form yet, because 12 isn't between 1 and 10. So we need to change the place value by dividing by 10. So we've got 1.2 times 10 to the power 8. And it's to the power of 8 because we need to move it one more place value than we did before. Now we've got a problem where we're dividing two lots of standard form. First, I take a from each bracket and divide them, and then times by the two powers divided. We do the divisions. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Then we need to times by the power of 10 divided. And the index laws when we're dividing with powers is you take away the powers from each other. So you'd have 8 take away 3, which is 5.